Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Kaz and I'm an intuitive and a healer. In today's video we are going to have some channeled messages from St Germain. I have the purple crystals out here because St Germain is on the purple ray and he works with the purple flame of transmutation. We are going to get some channeled messages as a collective through the big amethyst here. Otherwise, there are three groups to choose from. Group 1 is Amethyst Necklace, Group 2 is the Amethyst Sphere, and Group 3 is the Amethyst Angel. So you can listen to the collective messages first that I'm going to do, and then go to your group after that for a more personalised reading from St Germain. I'll see you at your reading. Right, well, we're at the collective message from St Germain. I'm just going to pick up the crystal and channel St Germain through it. Greetings, beloved ones. We're here to advise you that there are a lot of changes happening on the planet at the moment. Some of you will know intrinsically, some you're not aware of. There is a lot happening underground in the earth. There is a lot happening in the sky. And as you know, some of these will culminate in events that you may perhaps see as catastrophic, but we see as an essential part of the Earth's evolution. There may be some volunteers who have decided to go home at this point. We do not want to worry or scare anyone. This is already being pre-programmed into the matrix. So these people on a deep level are aware that they're going. So please do not be alarmed and do not get into frightened space, because that drags your energy down and it's harder for you to deal with these energy shifts, because that's really all they are. It's just energy shift to a higher plane. So what will be happening is that there will be some new beings entering. So there may be some what you term alien life forces coming to the earth to assist with these changes, and they are benevolent. They are here to help with the changes on the earth. So this will be happening in the next 1 to 5 years. So we see that as soon. So they may not happen all together. They may happen in tandem. One thing will lead to another thing. And it may seem for some people around the world that their life is falling apart. But what is happening is there's shifts happening to make way for new. And sometimes we have to break down things to create new things. So let's say that there is an abandoned building. Sometimes you have to knock that over to create a new building in the place. So let us work with what we've got here. And yes, there are other forces there trying to stop the energy shift, because what it will mean is that more people will have access to new ways of being, which means that the old systems of being will break down, because people will not have to grind away in their livelihoods to achieve something in life. They will find new ways of achieving things, better for the planet and better for themselves. So we find ourselves in a position where the 8th symbiotic ray of liveliness is coming to earth, and this will send more crystalline energies to the earth, which will open up portals to accessing higher gifts or higher achievements or higher ways of thinking and doing. So all in all, for mankind, there is an enlightenment phase coming. And some people would like to control this, but they are in the minority. Most people want to do what's good for the planet and for everyone on it, including all the animals and other species. So my advice, or our advice as Council of 12, is to stand your ground. Get yourself in balance and stand your ground. There may be things that you don't understand going on in the world, but that's okay. We are supervising. We are assisting, and all will be well. There is some chance for some people to go home, but then reincarnate very, very quickly. So sometimes when people pass, during whatever's coming, we don't want to be too specific about this because we don't want people worrying. They will come out and come back in quickly. And this is because they've contributed their energy to the changes, and so they are already at a higher frequency and they can come in quickly. So it may be that someone passes from a tidal wave and within 4 years of your time they will come back to Earth. So that is quick because they already have the energy frequency of the Earth's changes. Please don't worry, and please don't get very insular and trying to stop anything happening to your loved ones. You and your loved ones are always protected. But there may be people around you who have some tragedy in their lives, and we don't want you to start feeling their fear because that lowers your vibration. We want you to be upstanding in your own power, and that makes it easier on you and easier on the planet with the changes. The more people that are empowered and standing in their own power during this time means that the changes don't have to be as catastrophic. Sometimes there needs to be a big shake-up for people to take notice. If it's subtle, a lot of the planet's inhabitants don't notice the changes. And you will notice the animals, first of all, start being wary because they know there's something going on. Their antenna is much more highly tuned than humans' antenna on the whole. So watch the animals. That is all we have for now. Go well, go shell. Well, that was quite intense. It came through super fast, that message, so I hope I wasn't talking too quickly for people to understand. So there are great changes coming. We know that from other sources as well, but it's good to hear it firsthand from St Germain. So what we're going to do now is go to the readings for each group. I will see you there. Group 1, welcome to your reading. You chose the amethyst necklace. I'm just going to channel your message through this. Okay, you are a group that has a higher mission on this plane at this time. So you are going to be ushering in the new energy, and you have volunteered to do this, even if you do not remember a thing about it. You will be holding space for other people on the planet. So if, let's say, there is a natural disaster somewhere on the planet, you hold love and peace in your heart for the people affected for that. Or you may even work in some sort of emergency services field, or you may work in healthcare, or you may work somewhere that deals with the fallout of whatever natural disaster might happen. Now, there are natural disasters happening all over the world all the time, but what we're going to see happen is perhaps an increase in the frequency while old structures are being broken down so new structures can begin. So you as a group are going to hold that energy for the planet. It's a really big mission. At times you will feel very strained and you will feel very affected by this. But the advice that St Germain is giving here is get into nature as much as possible. Keep yourself balanced. Do not overwork, do not overplay. Keep yourself in balance. And have fun times with your family. That's what they want you to do. They just want you to have fun with your family and appreciate life is as it is now, it is going to change, but it will change for the better. But they still want you to appreciate what you have now, because that always brings more positive things into your life. If you sit there and worry and worry and worry about what's going to happen to you and your loved ones, you're starting to decrease your vibration, and that pulls you out of bringing or ushering in better things for the future. So just bear that in mind here. Now, part of this mission may be educating others, and we don't want you to go out and start knocking on doors and preaching to people, because that is forcing your ideas on other people. We just want you to know and be in your own truth and be a role model for others. And if someone asks you, you speak what you believe around this. And you don't have to go out and force others to believe the way you do. That will happen naturally by themselves when the time comes, when they are ready, when their soul is ready. If they can't come to the resolution with the fact that they are a spiritual being in a human body, they may struggle a little bit harder. And so if your loved ones are going through that, it's okay. You just need to be there to support them. And you don't have to carry it for them, but you're there with a loving grace. I feel that because you have come in with this mission, you have lived what's known as a charmed life. Now, it may not feel that way. You may have had a lot of turmoil in your life, but at the end of the day, you've been very, very protected by your spirit guides against energies that might want to drag you down because they know your purpose. So you shine a light into the world, and sometimes when that happens, other people see that light and they want to take that light for themselves. And that's just a part of human nature, is sometimes we want what other people have without trying to get it for ourselves. We want to take it from them. And that is just the way it is. So I feel that you've been protected in many areas of life throughout your lifetime this time, because you do have a big mission in aiding others during this new energy shift. And I feel these rewards. So it may not be in human form. So it may be that when you go back home after this lifetime is finished, you will be at another stage in your soul's growth. It's like you've graduated and you've stepped up to a new soul era, is what I want to say here. And it's almost like you're just biding your time, because your soul knows that you have this mission, and it's kind of like you may have come to a bit of a crossroads in your life at this point in time where you don't know what you're doing or where you're going or what's happening. Or it may be that your life has become very, I want to say, boring. But that's not really the word I want. Lackluster is probably the word I want. That your life is a little lackluster. And that's because it's almost like the calm before the storm. What's happening is they want you to gather your energy at this point in life. And then when you are stable and completely balanced within yourself, that's when you're ready to lend your energy to supporting others out on the planet with what they are going through. So the biggest message here is try and stay in balance. Enjoy nature, enjoy good food, enjoy your family, and enjoy your friends. Try not to overindulge in anything. Try and maintain balance. Because I'm seeing some light codes coming from the sky into your crown chakra. So what we want is a clean vessel to receive these light codes, so that you know what to do when you're doing it. As a group, you also may have urges to go and visit certain places at certain times on the planet, and that's because these light codes and your energy is needed in that place at that time. So you won't be asked to step into a war zone or somewhere where something humongous is going to happen necessarily, but you may go there prior to events happening to put some calming energy into that place. Okay, group 1, that was a really powerful message. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Group 2, you chose the amethyst sphere. I'm just going to pick it up so I can channel through it. Beloved ones, you are challenged this lifetime with growth. So your mission this lifetime was to come in and grow as a human being and step from one phase to the next in human evolution. So what you may be feeling now is some deep upsets in your life, and these upsets may stem from any part of your life. They may be in a relationship, they may be in your work, they may be in another area of your life like family, they may be with friends. And what's happening is, because this energy is shifting, the things that don't resonate with you anymore are falling away. So this might be a bit of a trying time for you, and your angels just want you to know that you are held in deep regard and you are very, 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 very loved, and they are supporting you all the way. So try not to get too disheartened, because what's happening here is you're just having an upgrade. And sometimes even, I want to use a partnership as an example. So this could be a business partnership, or it could be a relationship partnership. And sometimes what happens is we come into partnership to achieve something with that partner. And once that mission is achieved, it's then time to move on. So this could be a business relationship too. You might have achieved something great with your business partner, and now the energy feels lackluster. It can be that your energy feels lackluster in a relationship as well. So whatever it is, just listen to your intuition. I'm not suggesting that if anyone goes out and just dumps people left, right and centre. What I'm feeling here is, listen to your own heart. If something doesn't feel right, or you feel that it's run its course, it may be time to move on. This isn't always the easiest thing to do, and it's not always the most joyful thing to do, but sometimes it needs to be done regardless. And deep down we know. Deep down we know, and it doesn't mean that it's not going to hurt, and it doesn't mean that there's not going to be pain there. And sometimes we do stay in positions because it's too painful to move out of them. But we may not be getting any joy from that situation. So the tree may not be bearing any fruit any longer. It may still be alive, but it's not fruiting anymore. So your angels just say to hold your position at the moment, and what will happen is that you will get little nudges from them about what to move forward into in your life. And there will be shake-ups going on depending on your own personal situation and your own personal life plan. And I feel that some people will try to reject this and try to cling on, and what happens in that instance is there will be external forces who come in to break the connection with, if it's a person, with the person, if it's a place, with the place. So it may be even that you're required to move on from a location. So it might be that you lived in a certain house for 30 years and now the universe wants you somewhere else. Or it wants you to simplify your life and move to something smaller so that you've got less to maintain and you can work on yourself and your own being more. There's so many situations. I just see like all of these different situations, and I can't even describe them all. I just see little chambers of situations, so it will be different for everyone in this group. But I feel that even though there may be a tough time, you'll come out on the other side and you'll go, wow, I learnt so much from that. And I learnt so much about myself, but also so much about why I'm here on the planet. And higher esoteric meanings to what your life is about. I feel that what we're going to be seeing around the world is people falling from grace. So we are actually already seeing that type of thing happening, but generally people will fall from grace, so that people who have been adored by others on a group, on a mass scale, they're going to start falling from grace. And what is happening is that we're shifting into a new paradigm on the planet. So things that were built on false ethics and false promises and false ideals and morals are going to be torn down. Now, this isn't going to happen all at once, but what we are going to see over the next 10 years is all of these places, people's positions falling. So it might even be institutions like banking, credit, insurance, places where people have made a lot of money by perhaps not doing the best thing by the people it serves. Even governments, we might see that as well. So just be aware that even if you're not going through chaos yourself, you may be seeing a lot of chaos around you, but it's all part of the bigger picture, because with this new energy that's coming in, things that are built on false foundations won't survive. They will fall down. So look into your heart about things. If something doesn't feel right to you, but everyone else is doing it, don't go that way. Choose your own path. It all comes back to how you feel about things. And what they're asking us to do is to connect back to our feelings. We are taught in this society to come out of our feelings and listen to our head. But we're asked to come back to our heartfelt feelings, our emotions, and our intuition. And this will make it a much easier place to be on the whole planet. You will still see a lot of people not doing right by others, perhaps trying to cheat the system in some way. And what your angel team is saying with this is just hold your own integrity, hold your own space, because eventually the energy will catch up with them. You don't have to interfere, because that creates karma. So you don't have to interfere unless someone's threatening the lives of you or others around you. You don't have to interfere in what they've got going, because you then step into their energy. And we need to remember that we're energetic beings, and if we're particularly sensitive, like you are as a group, you will struggle. So turn your mind off to they shouldn't be doing that, and look at yourself and I'm a person who has integrity. I am a person who is truthful with myself. All of those things that increase your energetic presence without giving your energy away to others. So whenever you are thinking about someone a lot, or thinking about a situation a lot, or angry at this or angry at that, you are giving your power to that situation. You are giving your energy to that situation. And so the people or the situation that you are thinking of is taking your energy and you are being depleted. So it's not an easy thing to do, because things do stay with us, and it goes for things like drama on television shows, drama with people outside of you that you don't even know sometimes, and that energy is taken away and it's used by other people. So just be mindful of that. If there's something you're really, really angry about, look at why it triggers you. Where in your life have you had something taken away from you? Where in your life has someone cheated you out of something? Where in your life has someone lied to you? And go back and heal that pain within you, and you will find that the outside world looks a little bit cheerier for you. Okay, group 2. That's all I have. Again, another intense message from St Germain. I hope you enjoyed this message, and I will see you in my next reading. Group 3, welcome to your reading. I'm just going to say the messages so far have been quite intense, so we'll just see how you go. Okay, group 3, as soon as I pick up the crystal to channel, I'm getting the sense that you're reading something incorrectly. And it may be something quite significant in your life. And St Germain, just working with your angel team, want you to know that whatever it is, you're reading it incorrectly. That's the message you're getting over and over. You're reading it incorrectly. So whether you're literally reading something and you're getting a message through it that isn't what it's trying to say, that might be something, or it might be that you're actually getting an inkling from a situation that isn't quite right. I feel that for some of you, someone else is interfering with this message, whatever it happens to be. So let's just say that you get an email from your boss saying this, and this, and whatever it happens to be, but it's a little bit negative. I feel like perhaps there'll be someone else influencing that tone, if you like, but they don't necessarily have that tone towards you. Yeah, it's a strange energy to hold on to. I feel like whatever they're saying, you're not reading it correctly. So you may not be aware of something going on behind the scenes, is what I'm getting. Okay. So, and this is in your immediate surroundings. This isn't to do with other corporations or anything else doing their own thing in their own silo. This is about what's going on in your world at this point in time. You might have taken offence to something that someone said, or this could go two ways. It could be that you're taking offence about something that is quite innocent, and the other way is that there is someone trying to undermine you. And I guess it's up to you to decide which one is which here. I feel like there are two distinct groups. I feel that if someone's trying to undermine you, you're to stand your ground. Like sometimes we are giving challenges, just say in a workplace, so that we move on to a better workplace for us. I don't feel like that's the case in this situation. I feel that someone who doesn't feel they have much power wants to take your power. And it may not be that you're the CEO of a company. It may be that you are really good at what you do, and this makes this other person or other people envious. There may be a lot of gossiping going around, a lot of people talking. You might actually be feeling this, and I think that what's happening is there's a shifting in the energy in that situation. So it may be a workplace, it may be amongst a friend group, it may be amongst a social group that you have. And I feel that these changes are necessary. So that's the sort of spiritual reason behind it. For some of you, there's very much a karmic connection with the person who's trying to undermine you. that perhaps you undermined them in another life, and this is a karmic connection and it just needs to be burnt out and sorted out. So I'm going to say, try and stand in your own peace. Don't let them drag you out of your own peace. I feel like there's some people here who just want to fight. They just want to fight, because what they're seeing is that you are very good at what you do, but they want to show you in a light where you're not perfect. And look, nobody's perfect. And it may be that most of the time you're pretty calm, but if someone pushes you too much, you do fly off the handle. I would just say in this situation, remain calm, but state how you feel, or state how the situation isn't serving you. Easier said than done, because when we get into that emotional place of being triggered by others, we do tend to lash out, but that's what they want. That's what they want from you. For those of you who are reading something wrong, I feel like there might be a little bit of paranoia, but then I still feel like there's someone else involved in that situation. So I feel that perhaps someone is saying something to you that isn't true, and it's not coming through other people, it's coming directly from this person, and they're trying to unsettle you in the situation you are in. So it might be that someone in a friend group is saying so-and-so is talking about you when they're really not. So just be aware of that. I feel for some reason this group is getting more of the earthbound feelings and emotions and societal situations. And it's all within your world, not the outer world, not what's happening on social media, not what's happening in this corporation. It's within what has to do with you. They're saying to me that you need to be strong in the situation. What this is doing is it's raising your consciousness and raising your own power, because I feel that for most of you in this group, you are really powerful and you are very talented. But what you've done over the years, and perhaps as a child through parental influence, is you have dimmed your light so that others don't feel bad about where they are. And what's happening now is you're being asked to step out of that place and to shine your light brightly. Now, that's why you're being challenged at the moment, because whoever is trying to trigger you or undermine you or show you in a bad light is actually quite weak-willed. And when you step up and into your own power and say, I will not tolerate this behaviour, they will honestly get the shock of their life. Because maybe you haven't done much of that in your life, because I feel like your energy is about taking other people as they are and not having too much emotional baggage around that. Like, they might trigger you a little, but it's just like, oh well, that's their life, I'm just getting on with mine type of situation. And this person can't understand why you won't get into drama and why you won't fight someone and why you won't do it. And it's because you don't feel you have to, because you know who you are. They don't know who they are. So there may be a few challenges around you. It may be that you're trying to forgive them before it even happens. Or think, no, they couldn't possibly do that. They're a lovely person. And that's where you might be reading it wrong, because you maybe don't think it's them when it is them, or that you sort of brush it off because you don't think that that's something you need to worry about. But I'm still hearing you need to look at the situation. For a lot of you, I am feeling this is a workplace or a friend group. I'm not feeling family so much. I'm feeling friend group, social group, or workplace, so outside of the family. I feel like maybe some of you are teachers and you're on holiday at the moment and it gives you a bit of a break from it, but use this holiday to increase your power and not to worry about it, not to dwell on it. They want you to enjoy yourself and have some fun, but go back in with the attitude of, I'm not going to stand for inappropriate behaviour this year. And you don't have to say anything nasty, you don't have to dob anyone in, you just need to confront the person that is doing the undermining. You might want to make sure you've got a witness. Yeah, quite a different reading, this one, from the rest of the groups. This is about your personal life very, very strongly. But I feel that resolving this issue helps you step into your own power. So often when we're confronted by these things, if we shy away and avoid the situation, we get presented with it again and again and again until we resolve it and do what we need to do, which is for you stepping into your own power and showing the world your power. Now, I don't mean you have to be like a superhero and get your sword out and start slashing things. It's about, this is who I am, these are my boundaries, and I won't be happy if you cross those boundaries. So, there we are, Group 3. I hope you enjoyed your reading. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you in my next reading.